So, does Leanne have any dietary requirements at all? No, Leanne doesn't, but Luna... Actually, would you mind just putting down a dairy intolerance for Leanne? Yeah, of course. Oh, sweetheart, do you get a bit of a sore tummy when you eat dairy? Yes, she does. She does. Right, okay, well, that's all done for you. So we will see you, Leanne, for your first day next week. Great. See you then. Bye-bye. Bye.
A few weeks later.
Morning. Good morning. Good morning, Leanne. Leanne, your teacher said good morning to you. Oh my goodness. What? Oh, Leanne went home with quite an egg on her head last night, didn't she, because of the head bump, but you've come in today and there's none there. Yeah, it just went down overnight. Wow, not so much as even a mark. You've got incredible healing powers. Yeah. Right, well, I'm going to go. So, Leanne, you have a nice day, okay? Okay, have a lovely day. Bye-bye.
A short while later.
Let's all sit down for our lunch. Oh, Leanne? Leanne? Huh. Luna? Autumn? Yes? Okay, I have a somewhat wild theory about Leanne.
A few hours later.
Excuse me, Autumn, Charlotte said you wanted to see me? Yes, I wanted to talk to you about Leanne. Okay. And Luna. What? Who? Well, that is who we're having today with us, isn't it? Who's Luna? She's the child with the dairy intolerance. The one who never answers to the name Leanne. Oh, God, look, I really didn't want to lie, but your website says that a child needs to do at least 2 sessions per week. And because I've got twins, that would mean I'd have to book in 4 sessions per week, and I can't afford that. So I thought if you only thought it was one child coming in, I could book 2 sessions and they could do 1 each. I'm so sorry. I see. Look, I just wanted to have 1 day a week each where I got to spend some one-on-one time with each of them whilst the other was off having a great time socialising at nursery. And I knew if I told you I had 2, you'd make me book 4 sessions, and I just cannot afford that. Very well. Well, there is only one thing we can do from here. You're going to unenroll us, aren't you? Yes, we will need to unenroll Leanne from 1 day a week and replace her details with Luna's. Wait, what? It is a minimum of 2 sessions per week to be booked. However, our website does not stipulate that it needs to be the same child. Oh, I thought that was implied. It is, however, I'm rather impressed with how well you played us, so I'm willing to overlook it. Oh my God, thank you so much. It's fine. This way Leanne no longer has to accommodate Luna's dietary requirements either. Oh God, thank you. I really appreciate this, I really do. I'll inform Marjorie once she's back so she's aware too. Okay, where is Marjorie anyway? On a dirty week away with my brother. Evening. Good evening. Barry, your mummy's here. What's that on his face? Oh, that looks like a tiny bit of mud on his face. We were out in the garden most of the afternoon because the kids love playing in the rain and jumping in the puddles with their wellies on. I see, so do they just walk around with dirty faces? Oh, goodness, no. If they're excessively dirty, we'll always take them to the bathroom and give them a proper wash. I can see that he's just got a tiny little bit of mud on his cheek. Yes, he does. Do you know, whenever I collect my own children and they're a little bit messy, I know that means they've had a good day. When you collect your own children? Yeah, my children both used to come to the nursery. They're up in school now, but I knew that whenever I walked into the room and they had messy clothes or a messy face, it meant they'd had a great day. I see. Well, I just need to go and talk to Marjorie about something. Is it okay if I leave Barry here for a moment, just while I quickly go and chat to her? Yeah, of course. Great. Carly, I'm probably going to be called to the office in about 5-10 minutes. Excuse me, Marjorie? Yeah? I'd like Barry to be reassigned a new key person, please. Reassigned? You don't want Charlotte to be his key person anymore? No, I just mentioned the fact that I wasn't happy that Barry had mud on his face, and rather than just apologise to me, she started banging on about how it meant he'd had a great day, even started talking about her own children. Okay. So it basically just meant she was disregarding my complaint, okay, especially when she started comparing to her own children. I don't think it's a good fit anymore, okay? I think Barry needs someone who believes what I believe. Okay, I mean, Charlotte's been his key worker for years, so that's probably going to really upset her, but, you know, if that's what you want and that's how you feel, then that's how you feel. It is how I feel, okay? I just don't really care for her attitude. Very well. You do understand this doesn't mean the two of them aren't going to have any interaction, right? They're literally still in the same room. That's fine. I would just prefer a key person who's more attuned to how I feel. Okie dokie. Well, I'll just call her in and we'll let her know.
A few moments later.
Hi, Marjorie. Hello. Hello. All right, my love. Look, Barry's mum here has requested that Barry have a new key person, and I know this is not a personal attack on you, okay, and I know he adores you and you adore him, but Barry's mum feels like the chemistry just isn't right and your views don't really align, so I'll be assigning Barry to Saoirse from now on. All right? Okay. She didn't even care. I guess not. Well, there you go, everyone's happy. I'm not happy. Oh, Sandra, let's be honest, you haven't been happy a single day since Barry started here, okay? You've got your own separate complaints folder because you made that many. Hello, my loves. Look, I know that there are some of you who've gotten a little bit upset that in addition to the skits, Shah is now doing storylines, and we've got something to say about that, haven't we? Womp, womp. What? No, Jesus, no, sorry, look. Shah hates conflict, okay? She does not like confrontation. She hates drama. She is not about that life, okay? I am. But Shah ain't, okay? In fact, the reason she's in this little pickle is because she spent too much time trying to please everyone, okay? Whenever she uploaded a skit, what was everyone saying in the comments? We want more Marjorie's. We want more me a lot. And then when she'd upload those, the comments were all, we miss the skits. We miss the old stuff. Bring it back. The thing is, Shah is still doing both of those things. However, the FYP keeps pushing me out because despite what some of you might think, I'm actually a fan favourite. Annoyingly, she does bring in the most views, okay? But ultimately, all Shah is trying to do is just give the fans what they want, okay? They live for the drama, they live for the plot. But if that is not for you, that is absolutely fine. What Shah will do going forward is at the top of all of her videos, she will either put if it's a skit or a storyline. So if you don't want to stick around for the storyline, you can scroll on. If you don't want to stick around for the skit, you can scroll on. But if you don't like Shah's content and you stick around to watch it anyway, then babe, you're still a fan. Would you stop being so confrontational, okay? You're the reason we're in this mess. This hate train started when you showed up. Yeah, you guys were chomping at the bit for Marjorie's. We introduced a women-loving women storyline and suddenly everyone's hating. And during Pride Month, no less. Yeah, speaking of those storylines, okay, now some of you have said that the romance plots, the love things make you cringe. I guarantee you that any cringe you feel watching it pales in comparison to the cringe Shah feels when she's filming it, okay? But she knows it's what you guys want, so she does it, okay? But she does it through gritted teeth. And let's be honest, I know a lot of you are only hating because Shah has more chemistry with thin air than you do with anyone in your life right now. Mia, we are trying to diffuse this situation, not make it worse. Another thing we saw was that people were like, oh, I can't believe she's doing it in a nursery. I don't want to burst the bubble or nothing, but you realise this ain't a real nursery, right? It is all make-believe. And at least our imaginary characters wait for the imaginary nursery to be empty. Parents, I'm pretty sure you're getting up to all sorts with your kids sleeping 3 feet away on the other side of the wall at home. Anyway, look, Shah had a bit of a wobble yesterday, okay? She let the comments get to her. She did not take her own advice and she took a few of the videos down off her TikTok page. But I'm going to be restoring all of those today because we don't give in to bullies here. And going forward, Shah is going to follow her own advice, okay? So any videos like that, any comments, she's not going to read them. She's not going to engage in them, okay? Other people's opinion of her are none of her business, okay? So you carry on doing you and she's going to do her and she's just going to go back to her little nursery bubble with her fans and continue giving them what they want. That also means I'm not going anywhere either. Exactly, she ain't going nowhere because the fans absolutely love her. Now, speaking of the fans, first of all, Shah's seen all the messages, the hundreds and hundreds of them, and she loves you all. Thank you so much. Secondly, for everyone who went in on the fandom because you don't like what they do, darling, if seeing a group of people being happy because they've all found something they enjoy bothers you, sweetheart, you need to get yourself an hobby. Do you know what I mean? and maybe a friend or two. Mia! The bottom line, Charlotte loves what she does, okay? The fans love what she does, and ultimately it all comes down to them. She's going to carry on doing what the fans want. Like I said, she's going to make a tweak here and there. She'll tone down the spiciness, and she will put at the top whether or not it's a skit or a storyline, okay? Ultimately, she don't want the drama. She ain't about that life, okay? And she cannot wait to see you all on the 15th. So, that's me signing off. Have you got anything to say? To anyone that actually made a video intended to hurt Shah, I'm sorry you didn't have the following to actually monetize your little 15 minutes, but thanks for all the extra traffic you sent Shah's way. Because of all those extra views, I can treat her to a lovely meal tonight, so I'll be sure to raise a glass in your honour. Oh my god, we're going to get cancelled. Hi! I know we're a little bit too early. Then why are you here? Morning! Could I be really cheeky and... No! You didn't even hear what I have to say! I'm sorry. Could I swap some days around? No. In you go, darling. He's absolutely fine. Goodbye. Oh, excuse me. He starts at 8 o'clock. It's 7:45. It's only 15 minutes. Right, but it's 15 minutes that these children's parents pay extra for. What makes you think you're so special you don't need to do that? Oh! Morning. I'm really sorry. I've forgotten his coat again this morning. It's strange how you never forget yours though. Morning. Someone wasn't very happy yesterday. Why? Well, I'm going to stop you right there. If you continue to talk to me through your child, I'm not going to talk to you at all. I don't want to be a pain. You're about to be one though, aren't you? You lost his favourite toy yesterday. We can't find it anywhere. Why would you let him bring a toy into a building literally full of toys? Because it's his favourite. He's 6 months old. Yesterday his favourite toy was a twig he found in the garden. The day before that his favourite toy was this big toe. Please stop making extra work for this nursery staff by making us keep track of a toy you keep bringing in. Why is my boy wearing a hair clip? Because his hair keeps getting in his eyes and you refuse to cut it. Also, he loves wearing princess dresses, playing with dolls and pretending to put on makeup. Is that something he's seen you do at home? Hello, the nursery. Is my little one okay? As I said the first, second, third, fourth and fifth time you called and also recorded on the app, she's absolutely fine. If you don't trust us to do our jobs, please take her elsewhere because every time you phone us, you're taking away time we could be spending with your child. Right, here you go. She's absolutely fine. Okay, bye, bye. Come back here right now. She's warm and she doesn't look well. She's poorly. You know it and I know it. I'm going to check her temperature right now. What, right now? 38.9, and I'm guessing if I can ask if she can have any Calpol, you're going to tell me she's already had some this morning? Before she came in? Take her home. I see he's had a head bump today. Was nobody watching him? And I see he's had 3 head bumps at home with you over the weekend. I was watching 12 other children. What's your excuse?